Hi everyone, today we are doing chicken fried steak. So you're going to need some cube steaks, and I would recommend picking out eye of round or something like that and having them put it through the tenderizing machine for you, or you can just buy the cube steak that they have pre-packaged. Just salt and pepper them. Ow, I forgot to cut my nails. Stabbing myself. That hurt. And you'll want to do both sides. And these are pretty big. And if you have a deep fryer, you can use that. I'm using my electric skillet. If you deep fry it, you get that big ginormous steak like at the restaurants. And then I have a paper plate with just flour. I have egg and I have flour that I'm going to add some cornmeal to. And that just adds a little extra crunch. Beat the egg. We'll stir this up first. Mix that up. Preheat your oil. I have it at 350. Let that nice and hot. Beat the egg. One of the clubs I worked at as a bartender, sometimes I had to step up and do the cooking too. You won't believe how many cooks just don't show up to work. Okay, so first you dip it in the flour, and that just helps the egg to stick. Is it hot where you guys are? It's like been in the hundreds here. I think we're finally back down in the 90s. Boy howdy, went from rain every day to 100 degrees. That'll cook your garden. Then you dip it in the egg and the cornmeal. You can season the flour and what have you any way you like. In a lot of dishes I don't do that because the seasonings tend to burn. So you can season your egg and your meat, but whatever you like to do, you go for it. And then coat this really well and see how big these get as you play with them. They get bigger and bigger. And just put it in your pan. You can do this, comes out really nice in your cast iron as well. My cast iron skillet is not big enough to cook these two big old pieces of meat. I think I just have like an 8-inch skillet. That all coated really well. And you'll notice these cook up relatively quickly. I'm probably the messiest person with flour. Not my favorite thing to play with. I get it everywhere. And there you go. Get rid of this mess. Wash my hands. Okay, let me wipe this counter and I'll get you closer to what we have going on here. We're going to make a gravy in this same pan. I'll just get rid of some of the oil. Do your traditional white gravy. Keep my cornmeal in the refrigerator. When you're working with flour and you make messes like I do, make sure you use cold water to clean it up. Cold water will keep it from gumming up on you. If you use hot water or warm water, it'll get real gummy and harder to clean. And as usual, I have mason jars everywhere. Okay. There we go. So when these get nice and golden brown on one side, you'll turn it over to the other. And when it's golden brown, drain them on a paper towel and make your gravy and you're good to go. I think I'm going to have leftover potatoes. I might turn those into potato patties. And I don't know what else. A veggie. Then they shrink again. So I'll let these fry up, and when they're ready to turn over, I'll be back. Okay, these are ready to turn. And we will just let those cook, and when they're done, we will make the gravy. And have to remove some of that oil though, or we'll have a whole lot of gravy. Alrighty, I took off most of that oil. There's probably just a couple of tablespoons in there now. I'm going to add some flour. One more. Oh, the dogs are here. The dogs are here. Don't come in here and shake. Get out of here. That wasn't cool. Miss Maddie. That was not cool, Missy. Got food in here. No, you're not getting. You already need another haircut. My goodness. Okay. And when you see that the oil isn't so prevalent, yeah, then you know you've added enough flour. Some people make it a really dry paste. So whatever you like to do, your kitchen, your rules. That's what I say. My kitchen, my rules. Just be clean and sanitary. Uh-oh. And I dropped my milk lid. Add your milk. And really for about, I mean, this is how I guesstimate it. 2 parts fat, equal amount of flour, and then 2 cups of milk is kind of how you can gauge this. So 2 tablespoons flour, 2 tablespoons of your oil or butter, and then 2 cups of milk. Usually works out pretty perfect if you're a measuring kind of person. I know every cook is different. Some people really like their measurements. Other people eyeball everything. I do a lot of eyeballing just because most of what I cook, I've done it several times. Baking, I definitely follow all the directions there because baking can get very fickle. And we've got the bits in there from the chicken fry. And with gravy, it will always continue to thicken as it cools. So you have that to contend with. You don't want paste. I'm going to salt and pepper this. None of this was seasoned. I wouldn't want salty milk anyways. Ooh, just thought of that. And I like lots of pepper. So to your taste. And I'm going to turn this down to a simmer. A little more milk. And that's pretty much it. I'll just let it simmer for a few minutes. Taste it for salt and we're good to go. Make the rest of my dinner. Get a tasting spoon. Tastes just about right to me. I'll add some more milk. There we go. And there we have it. We got gravy. So I will see you when I plate all this up. I'm going to make the rest of my dinner. And I'll see you back here in a minute. And here we go, guys. Chicken fry, leftover mashed potatoes, and my home canned collards. So easy peasy, and I have a dog who decided to come eat next to my feet. Did you hear the crunching? So there you go, chicken fried steak, easy peasy. If you have any questions, you can ask me down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I will see you next time. Bye.